morning. This is WXON, Detroit, Michigan, beginning another day of scheduled telecasting.
Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight.
Andre, the giant WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a It's not the world is watching!
Good morning, everybody. It is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D, Etep Wakuian, from the Place to Be Reviews. Here with all of you this Wednesday morning. Welcome. Buenos dias to our Spanish-speaking viewers out there. Please don't respond in Espanol because I only speak un poquito, just a little bit. We have a wonderful show planned for you this morning. We have an amazing guest who we have been waiting to bring on the show. She's controversial, but you know what? She's awesome, and for some reason, she's agreed to come on. Let me introduce her proper. Ladies and gentlemen, Nerdette's NewsStand. Welcome.
Good morning. What the fuck was that cap cut thing at the end? Did I send you the wrong one?
You must have.
Oh my God. Oops. Wait, I'm controversial. Wait, how am I controversial?
How are you controversial? I've watched some of your debates and I've been called whoa,
idiots.
I know. I'm not saying you don't. But those kind of debates, but I always say controversy creates cash, to quote Eric Bischoff, who was a master of it. But regardless of your level of controversy, welcome. Good to have you, Tristin.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Etep.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Let's welcome this wonderful chat this morning. And we're remonetized, so this is kind of a celebration out there, and I'm just saying, gang, super chats are available.
Wait, does that mean we have to watch our mouth?
I think you're supposed to for like the first couple minutes, but
all right, we're good.
It's me.
Just kidding.
It's me. So what the fuck? That old Leslie Gore. It's my party. I can cry if I want to. I still got the Mexican hat dance playing in the background. Let's see here. Let's go with we'll go with this one. We'll go with some resonance this morning. That's nice and mellow. All right, this chat. Let's see here. Who we got? We got Brutal Morningwood. Brutal Morningwood has the best name on YouTube. Hail. Brutal. Gap After Dark. Yeah.
That's so good.
Brutal comes on he'll probably be on Holy Shit News with us tonight, and he's on Saturday night's main event. Quick-witted, hilarious, just a funny guy that we kind of brought in from the chats and just, invited him on the streams, and he's awesome and hilarious and just a good-hearted dude. So, very funny. Great to have him on. Thank you for being in the chats, Brutal. And Gap, one of my mods, yes, hit that bitch slap that like button like it's Batman and Robin in our, you guys know our GIF. You know our GIF we have. I got inspired by your remobilization and tried my hand at making a gift for you. It's not done, but I sent it to you anyway. All right, I'll check it out. We'll show it. And it's he meant remonetization. I know, Brutal. It's okay. Robert Willing, good morning. Good morning. That's Robert's over from your channel there. I actually streamed with him when I was on with you. He says, hey.
I shared out the link. It's my job.
Thank you, miss. I appreciate it. And yeah. We are, if you haven't noticed the aesthetic, everything is old Detroit television station. Up to the WGPR TV channel 62 logo up there. No, that's not for Pride Month. That was their logo in the 70s. That was the first black-owned television station in the city of Detroit, the Motor City. Morning Godzillionaire. Hail. I like that song. That's the Mexican hat dance. I don't know what song you're talking about. Two Batmans kissing. Wolverine. Oof. Says morning. Good morning. I think he made another comment down here for you. Hey, Raymond's here. Morning, Raymond Candela. Good morning. It's good morning, Gap. Oh, he says, hail the mullet queen.
No, I fucking hate mullets.
Yeah. Who doesn't hate mullets?
People with mullets are evil. Come on now. We got to at least agree on that.
I'm trying to think. One of my students has a mullet by choice.
No.
And yes, he does. Yes, he does. He has a mullet by choice, and he rocks that shit out. I wouldn't say he's evil. I'd say he's a little shit, but he's not evil. He's going into high school next year. Good kid. James Knox. She's not controversial. Mullets are. Hooded Justice. What's up, man? I emailed you a minute ago. Not a minute ago, like a bit ago, a hot minute ago, maybe a grip. To get you on some wrestling stuff, bro. The Joseph Santos says, fuck yeah. CJP's in the house. El perro es mi corazón. I thought it was, it's el gato no es bueno. Cilantro es mi cantante. Cilantro es mi famoso. You know what that's from?
Yeah, I've heard it, but I have no idea what it's from.
American Dad. That's Roger when he was dancing under the light post.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
You got your
We got a super chat. We got our first one after remonetization from Joe's Atmosphere, who I've been meaning to get over on his stream and get with them guys because he's got a Jim Cornette lookalike over there, which is awesome. And for a super chat, you get a super chat bumper, which means I haven't brought any over to this brand yet. But since we're remonetized, me and Tristin will go over here to the wait, did I? I did not. All right, the Going In Raw brand from Monday night has super chat bumpers. So for $1.99 super chat for our good friend Joe's Atmosphere, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy some Tom Atkins and his glorious mustache.
Thrill me, thrill me, thrill me, thrill me.
Good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
There we go. Thank you, Joe, for that super chat. And I love that movie, Night of the Creeps, so much. I have a hoodie. Night of the Creeps. It says Thrill Me all down one sleeve. It's got the space slugs. And my kid got in trouble for wearing it to school because he goes to a private Catholic school. And the center of it, on the back, Tom Atkins with the 12 gauge and the two teenage leads with flamethrowers.
No!
With flamethrowers, and it says Night of the Creeps across the back. I let him wear it to school one day, and the principal, who's my neighbor, kind of was like, I'm like, okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But he gets away with wearing Jason Voorhees shirts that says I Love Friday. Instead of a heart, it's a hockey mask on dress down days and stuff like that. So, I'm like, we'll take our... And they have no problem with me showing my tattoo to the kids when I substitute in gym. They don't care. It's a blood-splattered hockey mask and microphone. They don't give a shit about that. Or the fact that I always have this, like, hanging out of my shirt, my hockey mask. And they all know. Some of the kids know who it is, which is fucking awesome. And I've explained it to him, too. I'm like, he's a masked supernatural serial killer. Kids, you have nothing to fear from him. It's okay. Look, Mr. Etep's a great teacher.
I can't picture it. I can't picture it. I can't, I could see you being an entertaining teacher, that's for sure. But, I can't picture it. I would feel like I would have to, the poor kids would drive you crazy.
No, No, I'm with the older ones. It's so much easier. I have middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then 4th and 5th. But I have pre-K through 8th grade PE. And we had field day yesterday, which I kind of organized with a few, one of the other gym teacher, and I pretty much organized the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool, though.
Yeah, it was. We had a blast. I do the obstacle course every year, and I had my 6th, 7th, and 8th graders actually racing each other, which they were all about. So it was fun.
That's cool.
The little ones, 2nd grade on down, which my son's in 2nd, going to 3rd grade. 2nd on down, I just let them. I was like, you guys run the course by yourself, have fun, don't worry about time. So
that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yep. But I enjoy it. It's fun. It's like I said, they asked me to come in today and I'm like, no. No, there's a day and a half left of school. Mr. Etep's done for the year. I'm done. We got I don't know what denomination of currency this is, but it's 110
Ruples.
I am Groot. Is that ruples?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I Googled it
So
once.
110 ruples from I am Groot. Thank you, I am Groot. So let we're just gonna have to stay over in the Going in Raw brand here if we're gonna get super chats. So for 110 ruples, let's have some Indiana Jones. There we go.
Are you so excited for the new Indiana Jones?
Girl, there is only 3 Indiana Jones movies as it is. This one is abomination. It's just Harrison Ford going, God, please just let me die. Please just let me die. What the fuck is a flea bag? Like,
That de-aging looks rough.
Oh, it's the stuff of nightmares. I can't. Indian currency, Raymond says. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like the de-aging stuff. It's weird. It's fucking like, I don't know. Did you see what was that movie with De Niro and Pacino?
Probably not.
No. It was the last Mafia one that Scorsese made.
I've been better about watching movies lately, but I'm not a big movie person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
I'm movie dumb.
Okay, all right. So I'm trying to think. It had that Jerry Vale song, Spanish Eyes, in it. I fucking love Jerry Vale. God, I can't think of the name of it. It was a mafia movie now too. It was a shit. It's fuck it. It's gone. It's there. It's out. The Irishman. Thank you, James Knox. Boom! I knew somebody in the chat would get it. Yeah. They did some de-aging in that, obviously. No, not Casino. Casino's a classic. I never forget that one. Yeah, The Irishman. You didn't. I take it you didn't see The Irishman.
No, the last mobster movie I saw was Goodfellas. Come on now. It's been a while.
Well, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, Casino. Those are great movies. The Godfather, which I get a lot of flack. I am not a big fan of The Godfather. I am not. While I acknowledge the fact that it is classic, it is, one of the, I would say it's one of the, it is a cinematic masterpiece. But I enjoyed the movie, but it's not something I'm like, oh my God, it's the greatest. No, when mob movies, it's Casino, it's Goodfellas, and Scarface is my absolute favorite because I love Al Pacino in that movie. Goodfellas is amazing. 3 Indiana Jones movies and 1 with the invincible refrigerator. Yes. When has a refrigerator been able to withstand a nuclear blast? Tristin, can you help me there?
I don't think ever.
That I've got 2 10 cubic foot freezers right outside the door here in the big area of the basement. We might have to, Mythbusters that shit. I don't know.
That would make some good content.
I think I know a certain gay frog who we could throw in one of them on a testing site, and he's kind of he might be kind of humble. I don't know. But, I'm just saying, if you're gonna deliver late, you might as well be blown up. Never mind. Anyway, was that wrong?
Late at that. No. I get it.
Is that wrong? No. It marched the movie. The serial tone, so I don't hate the fridge. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can match the movie serial tone. The Departed is kick-ass, as well as Scorsese fans. Yeah, I liked... The Departed was good. It had an amazing cast. That movie... Did you... I'm going to ask you, obligatory, Tristin, did you see The Departed?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. So that conversation, we're not going to have. But what we are going to do is talk. I want to talk a little bit about the Geeky Gazette first before we get into our topics. And I enjoyed putting that Alec Baldwin video together for you. I was like, and I wasn't even happy with the way it came out. I didn't like it. I was like, but I'm like, is this okay?
What?
Was it edited right?
Edited so like your editing is top notch. I go in and I sometimes there's a couple people that don't necessarily edit or put the intro or something in, and I'm looking at this one and I'm like, I don't have to do anything. This is amazing. Like, it was so good.
Well, thank you, miss. Thank you. I wasn't sure how it would be received on that channel. I really wasn't, because my viewpoints are, quite a bit different. That's what I like about our dynamic is we may disagree, but we can have a discussion.
Yes. And you know what? I did notice, like, a couple people this is an awful lot of presumptions on his situation. Mm-hmm. And then people were like, hell yeah, Etep. So it was like, that's what I like about that, because it's all voices. Yeah.
And that was my goal with the video was, I'm like, I know there's going to be people that are going to disagree with me, like the Joseph Santos. That's absolutely fine. I welcome that. And it was it was fun. I enjoyed putting the beginning of that video together more than the rest of the video. You know what I mean? Like making the little skit. And so I come in blast, and you got Baldwin's head on there, and then the little Joker dance scene. But I like doing those kind of things. Those are fun to edit together.
Let's be real. When it comes to editing, the best part about it is doing that goofy shit.
It is. It absolutely is. Making those stupid, fun little GIFs and stuff like that. I don't mean you, Frog G. Channel member Frog G. Can one of my mods post Frog G's project in the chat, please? Get his link in there. Not Frog G. We got some new channel members. We got Master Bader has become a YouTube member. Thank you. Godzillionaire rejoined. Hail Godzillionaire sent me a Ron Gashman bobblehead.
Oh my god! Oh, I love Sons of Anarchy though. I actually know that.
I'm Ron Gashman. Don't say Gash, DeSantis. Don't say Gash. Yeah. But yeah, he sent me that because we have the whole Ron Perlman gimmick we do is you'll see. Hang on, I'll show you here. We got the where's my Ron? There he is. Look, I'm Ron Gashman and I'm in the Matrix. I've also got monkeypox. There.
Oh my god.
So thank you for rejoining and joining our new channel members. And Tony, my brother, my co-host, he says Nerdette's words meandered through our ears. Tiny rivulets.
Oh
no. Raymond says you give yourself too little credit, dude. That editing was on point. Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate it. I do. Alec Arcane, my man. Welcome. Civil discourse. What a concept, right? That's what you used to be able to have. Ryan, Roger, Ethe. Welcome, my brother from across the pond. Welcome. Sultan of Fahim. Welcome. Did I see B Rose in the chat? This goddamn B Rose in here. I saw somebody say hail B Rose. And hail J-Man. I see J-Man is here from north of the border. Our Canadian fans. We love you guys, even though you're not a real country. I'm just kidding. Even though you guys have Parliament.
They're not a real country. Like they're just America's top hat.
They're not even a real country anyway. Blame can. I'm just kidding. Hail brightest day audiobooks and science fiction. Is Albus in the chat? I saw somebody say hail Albus.
Yeah, he gifted him a bunch of members.
Thank you. Yeah, we got JB, Zacharot 315, Nerdette's now a member, Hooded Justice, Ryan, Roger Athay, Raymond, Raymond Candela, Robert Willing, Sultan of Fahim, 10 gift memberships. I had to check the live chat on the browser. Thank you, because it doesn't show. I wish it showed on StreamYard.
I hate that. And membership messages don't show either on StreamYard. And it's such a pain in the butt.
Yep, I don't like that. That's something that do I have it over here? I don't have it over here. We need to go in raw. No pun intended. For that one. Wait, where's it at? It's here somewhere. StreamYard. You've got to do better. StreamYard. They do. They got to do better.
They got to do some personalization too, man. It's the like it works every single time. You don't have to worry about that, but there's very little personalization.
Yeah, it's such a just a cookie cutter layout. It is. But we do have some topics. But first, before you guys know what we do here on the morning show, we've got all these. And it's June, so obligatory Happy Pride Month.
What are you, gay?
There we go. I mean, we could do this one.
Paging Dr. Fat.
Oh, you cut it off. I'm monetized, gang. I'm monetized. I can't anymore. I can't. We can't page. We'll put a beep in there. Or we'll put Gavin Newsom's name in. I don't know.
That's so good.
Or Gavin Newsom or Gavin Gruesome or Hair Gel Hitler, whatever you want to call him. And I say that as somebody who's quite jealous of his hair, but I mean, who knows? You might come back from the break, and Jimmy Joe Bobby Earnhardt might be here with his wig and MAGA hat. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have my flannel down here. It's in the laundry, so I can't do the Jimmy Joe Bobby Earnhardt. You haven't seen that yet, have you?
Jimmy Joe Bobby?
Joe Bobby Earnhardt. We have a new redneck character here.
Oh my God, that's great.
Let's hear from Dr. Weingart. And we'll be right back with our first topic.
For over 15 years, Dr. I. Weingart, specialist in foot surgery, has been serving the community with quality work. Dr. I. Weingart is a specialist in foot therapy. Free consultation, and with most health insurance card holders, there's no charge for office visits, foot surgery, and no hospitalization is required for 90% of foot surgeries. Let Dr. I. Weingart's husband and wife family-oriented business and well-trained staff take care of your personal needs. Hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 to 5 p.m. Call Dr. Weingart today at 933-5400.
What the fuck did I just watch?
I have all of my bumpers that I play in between segments are old Detroit TV commercials from the 80s and 90s.
That's so great.
So we, I didn't grow up in Detroit, all right, but I have family down there, so I was down there a lot. My dad worked down there. I worked down there in the summers, so I spent a lot of time in around Detroit, obviously, because of family and stuff. And now, that's where my wife is from originally. So down there, been basically my whole life, half up here, half down there. So we've kind of brought that in. Like I said, that logo up in the corner. That's not because it's June. That's the first black-owned and black-operated television station in the city of Detroit. WGPR TV channel 62, DIV4. Television station in Detroit, WXON in the opening. That's another old school Detroit TV opening right there. So just kind of paying homage to the TV stations. From
I love it. I love the theme.
It's something that I was like, I want to make the morning show, a little bit different. But here we go. So here's our boy Ezra Miller, or are they them Ezra Miller? I don't give a shit about pronouns. But anyway, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller revealed the details of their 2015 Flash treatment. That just shows how much of a dumpster fire this movie. I mean, I know you said you're a DC fan. Yeah. Ooh. 2015 this started in development. So that was right around the time that they probably started working and shooting the Justice League, right? 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, as you said, a huge DC fan, give me your thoughts going into this movie. I'm interested.
Okay, so there's this weird narrative that started out like this was the best superhero film ever created. Did anyone else there was this big push for this being this Stephen King had saw it. This person had saw it. It was so good. And then the reviews come out yesterday and it's on Rotten Tomatoes at I don't know exactly, in the 70s, maybe, that area. But I'm like, wait, if this is the best superhero film, wouldn't it be right up there with the Spider-Verse? Now, I'm going, no matter what, this is a DC movie that's supposed to reset. It doesn't even necessarily need to be successful. It just needs to reset this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But my hopes are I'm not getting overly hyped for this one besides Sasha Calle because she's a mommy. But I am getting I'm gonna keep my expectations low and hope they're exceeded because that's a DC thing to do.
All right, Sasha Calle. I've said this from the time they cast her. Why did they dumb her down aesthetically for this role? She is gorgeous.
Yes.
They ruined her hair. She looks like Oliver Platt from Ready to Rumble with that haircut. I'm like, what are you doing to this woman? Why? They rose Tico'd her. They literally rose Tico'd her in this.
My guess is it's going to have something. You remember Flashpoint as a story, right? Where Superman was he was experimented upon. He was real thin when they found him.
Yeah.
That's going to be her role. So my guess is I'm hoping there's a story reason why they the people that were experimenting upon her kept it short because they had prods in her head or something like that. But
okay.
Yeah, there was no reason to make her she is a gorgeous woman. Let her all of her femininity show through. Come on now, guys. You can do it.
And that's it, too. Okay, so as a woman, I want to ask you this because as a woman, do you have a problem with this whole... Okay, so the male gaze thing as far as superheroes go, because I talk to a lot of females about this because I want to know their opinions, and I really have very rarely heard a complaint from a female about seeing a beautiful woman on the screen.
No, what complaint were they be? The problem is when you actually make them more androgynous or make them ugly or something like that. Beauty is a seller, for one, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, there are very feminine women out there. If you're talking about representation, you have to represent them, those type of women also. There's no problem showing a beautiful woman. And as far as the male gaze go, release it. It's their month anyway. The male gaze is not an issue with beautiful women on screen. I'm sorry. It's a bullshit excuse.
It to me, it's insecure. It's insecure women behind the scenes that are ruining it for everybody else.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
That dove fucking insanity.
Yep. And we got to say our welcome to Zombie Box Reviews, Tolbat, and of course our patron saint in the chat, Saint Floyd of Fentanyl, is here. He says, "Worship me at one of my many government-funded shrines. Bless the fat baby."
Oh
and that's
my!
Not me. That's not me running that account either. That is Saint Floyd of Fentanyl. He heard us. We mentioned his name so many times, and we've paid homage to him. He showed up and came back, and he lives in our chat, which I'm very happy to see him here. We're always glad to see him. He's been clean for over 3 years now, and we couldn't be more proud. That's another thing.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's the weirdest shit I've seen, but it's hilarious.
I've spent the last week trying to find a replacement charger for my pool robot. Got a replacement that did not work. Went and tried the old charger again. It magically worked. See, Saint Floyd has blessed us all with his.
Oh my god!
Fat girls with large foreheads need representatives too.
Oh my god! Now here's the thing. Why do you think years ago when Calvin Klein would do their ads, they would use the most immaculate looking people? Because it does sell. Now, I'm not saying there doesn't need to be different body types, because I'm not against that at all. But I also don't think you need to take away beauty from somebody who's naturally beautiful. Just accentuate it. There needs to be, I have a real problem with taking away femininity or androgenizing it. I think it's a real issue because women the majority of women, I should say, want to be and feel pretty. They want to get dressed up nice. They like that kind of thing. And as somebody that's relatively girly, when you take that away, it's almost demeaning to women. It's a caricature.
Yes, like Dylan Mulvaney. That is an insult to, like I said, I'm no male feminist. I never claimed to be, but I grew up in a house with 3 women. I do, for as much as I get called a misogynist, it's like, you people really don't know me because I am a gentleman and people know that. And I am on camera what I am off camera. I'm adamant about that. But I mean, this whole thing of, like I laugh when I hear the term benevolent sexism, like holding a door open for, or pulling a chair out.
That's so stupid.
I'm like, that's how I was raised, and that's how I raised my son. My son pulls chairs out, holds doors, and things like that already. And he's not even 8. That's how you train, you teach and mold young men into be respectful, adult men.
Absolutely.
And that's how you raise them. You don't raise, it's like, men are afraid to be men these days. It's like, I'm 43. I'm not going to fucking change. It's not happening. But this whole anti-male, the open misandry now, it's like, how do you combat this alleged misogyny is with misandry by third wave intersectional feminists who are just angry land whales for the most part. And it's ridiculous. It's like, no, look, you can be you, but don't expect me to be like, hey, let's like Lizzo saying that like, I'm healthy. It's like, girl, you're 300 pounds. You're not healthy. Like you can't say that's healthy. No, and
I have no problem with those. Like, I'm a very much so like a live and let live person. I believe in freedom at the base level. You want to be trans, be trans. You want to be Lizzo, be Lizzo. Do your thing. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care. With Lizzo, I like one of her songs. I hear that fucking song on TikTok all the time, and I can't get it out of my head. That's the worst sin she's done to me. I don't care. You do you.
And that's absolutely fine. Hail myself in comics. Welcome.
Bianca.
That's Bianca. Okay, I'm still learning some of the people from over in your chat now. And I know I've seen her on with you before. But Robert Willing says this whole stop sexualizing women has been a long time building up. It's cause it seems so many of those in feminism these days are the ones never happy with whatever they have and want all the power. Well, you look at a lot of like I Am Starfire. Remember that? I mean,
oh my God.
You can't tell me that wasn't a self-insert. I mean,
I tried to review it. I got halfway through the review and I was like, you know what? If you want to read this, go ahead. I can't do it anymore. Like, and it's supposed to be for young kids, which is even weirder to me that a young kid would want to read that particular book when there are actually like really great DC YA books out there. Like one's about, oddly enough, just, a Black Canary being in a punk rock band, right? Like, and finding herself through that band, through music, through stuff like that. There are really good stuff out there. That one in particular was like, my mom sucks. My mom sucks so much. Okay, cool message.
Right. You're like, that's great. That's great. Thank you for telling our kids to just, and that's a lot of the media now and stuff like that. They want kids to openly disrespect their parents, and you see that a lot with this younger, damn kids. But no, you really do. You see like much more disrespect towards adults from younger kids now than I've ever seen in my life. Like, and I'm not being hyperbolic or facetious.
No, I agree.
I absolutely have, and it's just wrong, and that's why it makes me happy as a parent when I hear people tell me how like it's like we're so proud. It's awesome to see how your son is because it's like that means you're doing it. And so like as a parent, there's no better compliment than hearing that your kid behaves when you're not around.
Yes, absolutely. And then when they're around you and they call you old, you want to backhand them, but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, I always joke around about being old. My son always tells me he's like, "You're not old, Daddy." I say, "I don't feel old except sometimes when I wake up in the morning and my back is." But anyway, we are up. We went from 0 to 60. We're up to 34 channel members again. Thank you,
yes.
Everybody. We're halfway to. I want to get back to where we were. We were just shy of 70 before. So we can work on that. That's a goal of mine. We still have. I'll leave the subscribe star open if anybody's over there, and you want to support us via subscribe star. If you don't want to do the YouTube channel membership, and remember, we will be operating on our own website before the end of the year. The only thing, the major expense, which I'm glad we got remonetized here, because all the money from here gets directed back into the channel, not to buy me lavish vacations, which. Let's be honest, I don't really go on lavish vacations. I go to horror movie conventions, but no. We want to, just keep the channel going and upgrade things here. So thank you everybody for supporting us. We are looking for
James.
A new cameras soon too. I'm seeing a dumb trend online of talentless kids desperately trying to get attention online by harassing adults. See, that's poor old lady Tristin.
Shut up. That's the one thing you can say to a woman to bother her, especially a woman in her 30s. Fuck all that. Just saying.
Oh, wait. Tolbat has 4 boy lizards out there, all raised non-racist. 2 of them went to public schools and started becoming racist due to the bad apple, so we pulled them and homeschool kids. That's good. My neighbor, he homeschools their 2 kids, and they're really good friends with my son. He goes to mine goes to private school, but yeah, I thought about that, but like I said, we found a good private school. So
plus, there's a socialization thing. Sorry.
No, you're fine, hon. Yes, the socialization. Oh, absolutely. Your kids need to be out in the world to learn how to interact, because I've met, known, and a lot of kids who were kind of like that, and it's like they're homeschooled, and some of them blend seamlessly. But that's because of their parents, and that's because they probably, while they may not have interacted with other kids, they may have interacted with their parents' friends. Like, right. See, that's where my son is. He didn't really he never really had a lot of friends when he was like little, 3, 4, 5 years old, until he went to school. But he hung around with me and all my friends, so he's like a tiny 40-year-old. But his music, like I said, his music tastes go from like 1960 to like 2000. But he knows how to operate a record player. I mean, that's kind of his friends come over. He puts records on now. So I'm like, I'm raising a tiny old soul. Yep, he's a little cultured gentleman already. So, but let's talk some more about the Flash here. And so Lord Miller apparently wrote the treatment for this in 2015. This movie's 8 years in development.
Sounds like. Didn't that happen with Black Adam also, where it was 10 or something years in development?
Oh yeah, they were working on that forever. Yeah, this is funny how you have these movies get stuck in development hell, as they say, and then you get years later, which I think we're going to get a Frankenstein's monster of a movie with this thing. I really do.
Oh, I gotta disagree. Like, okay, the optimist in me sees the parts that they pulled from the Flashpoint, the stuff that I've seen that I want previously. Like, I'm not a Snyder Cut fan. Not at all.
Me either. Me either.
I want that shit gone. I'm hoping, even if this movie isn't successful, it resets the universe and we can have a blank slate for James Gunn to kind of operate in and be able to actually have something. Like, looking at the MCU, I'm a DC fan and I fucking get jealous. I want that for the DC characters because they're such better characters. Let this at least do the bare minimum to reset the universe. That I'd be happy with.
Fair enough. Now, do you have any issue with the timeline of release? Because if this is supposed to reset the DC universe, shouldn't Blue Beetle and Aquaman come out before this?
Aquaman, I would say, yeah, but don't you think there's a real chance that Blue Beetle could be part of this universe and we don't know yet?
I think I mean, I would say that there is a chance that they're going to pull this in Blue Beetle in because it's a younger character. He's not operating under the Snyder umbrella. So yeah. Now the caveat to that is, what about Zachary Levi? We know he's friends with Peter Safran, who is obviously co-CEO of DC Studios now with Gunn. So what do you think Zachary Levi's chances are staying after the flop of Shazam? Fury of the Gods?
That one did terrible. And the thing was it was a fun movie. Like, it was perfect.
I didn't hate it.
No, and it was like, I liked the dragon. Some of the aesthetics were what we've seen better than Marvel. And it wasn't awful. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the familial aspects. Like, when the mom wants to see Shazam as his kid version, that was a real sweet moment. But the end credit scene worries me because he's interacting with Suicide Squad members. So, like, is the Suicide Squad James Gunn? Like, that's his wife, so he's gonna keep her. He's gonna keep Peacemaker. That was a big hit. So none of it. They have to use this movie to make all of what we're confused about make sense, and that's gonna be very, very hard.
Yeah, I was kind of thrown off by that post-credit scene as well. The whole, it's we're going to reset it, but, here's Amanda Waller, and here's, Gunn's wife is in Peacemaker, so we knew that wasn't going anywhere. I made it through one.
In everything.
True that. Hey, as long as everybody's not in Gunn's wife. Good
retort. Good retort.
Spot on. As long as everybody's not in Gunn's wife or Gunn's not in... I monetize. We can't have that discussion. Anyway, we're not on Rumble. But no, he got his job back. Anyway. No, I don't see how you reset and then... and then you're like, we're going to reset the entire universe except... Okay, so that one. Well, and this one. And Hale, what about? I see what about entered the chat. Levi has no chance. He questioned the shot and went after The Rock. Yeah.
The Rock was kind of douchey there towards the end, though, too.
Well, with his attempted coup behind the scenes, it's like, that failed miserably, and that's what cost him his job. And it's sad that it kind of came back on Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill was the only thing that Zack Snyder did right. There, I said it.
You didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman?
I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I just didn't like... Okay, so I thought Batman was really the only character that Snyder should have done, but I didn't really care for BVS, and I own the Ultimate Edition. It's such a mess. The only scene I like... I'm sorry, I know Batman has the no-kill thing, but when he was just gunning down those goons in that warehouse... Because I like the Flashpoint movie, the animated one. That's like one of my favorite DC animated movies, is Flashpoint Paradox. And, Thomas Wayne used...
Yeah, Thomas is a badass, though.
Yes! And that's why I kind of liked that, was that it just kind of reminded me of that. Because I know, Batman doesn't kill and all that, but no. I wasn't really a fan of BVS at all. Affleck in the role, yeah, I did. Cavill in his role, yes, but let's face it, Zack Snyder doesn't need to do Superman movies. No, not at all. Man of Steel was okay. It was okay.
It was an abomination.
You said it, not me. I liked it because of Cavill. To me, he was the saving grace of that movie. For me, it's like watching a shit wrestling match when one guy is just horrible and the other dude is amazing and he's doing his best to carry the load. That was Cavill with that entire fucking garbage tier movie.
Yeah. And he's a great actor and he looks the role. But I feel bad for him because he was excited to play the role, a good Superman, and then he just got the shot. But if it means we get a new universe or new-ish and there's a chance for it, I'm all for it. Sorry, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's it. He's better off leaving and pursuing other things because the guy, his acting range is, it far supersedes the superhero genre. And I say that as a fan of the genre. You know, it's like this guy is meant for other things. Like, he is a leading man in, like, you know, action. I mean, I'm sure the dude could even do some drama shit. You know what I mean?
Plus, he's a true blue nerd. Like, he's going to have so much fun with Warhammer.
Mm-hmm. Now, Warhammer is Amazon. Am I correct? Is it Amazon that's doing that?
I believe so.
I mean, what are the chances that they Rings of Power that thing and just slaughter it? Like,
but
remember
they've also got the boys. The boys, come on now, Invincible. There's some good properties over there.
There is, and that's why like, because you're the yin here, you know, the yin to the yang when it comes to this kind of discussion, and I like that. I like having a counterpoint. I haven't made it all the way through the boys yet. I haven't. I came in late to the party though. I'm in like the middle of season 2, I think it is. So I need to. Oh God, this is going back to James Gunn when I referenced his wife. What about called her his beard? We know what he prefers.
Oh no, poor James. I like James Gunn though.
I like his taste in music. I will say that. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I didn't hate the third one. I didn't hate it. I don't think it's the best one. I think it's.
Oh my God,
I think
you're
it is
crazy.
Its true place is third in line. It's not better than the first one. There's no way.
It's
the second one.
Oh.
I could no.
Come on, it's so
really
good. You've got so much Rocket, some great origins. Like, now all we need is a great Groot origin. Like, he deserves that at this point. But I do love, like, number 2 had great baby Groot stuff, which I love. And of course, I'm going to love the cute and adorable. I'm a girl.
Yeah. Well, see, I think that's where it, you know. Okay, so I like the Rocket stuff in it, but I almost want to say, yeah, I wish they would have done like a separate Rocket movie for that. But honestly, I think what we got was enough, because it's like you don't need to see everything. So I thought that was enough. I mean, I don't know. There was parts of the movie where I was like, I did like the High Evolutionary because they made him a villain for the sake of being a villain. It wasn't like he didn't need a redemption arc. There was no redeeming him. The dude was just a prick. And he would just do evil shit just because that's who he was. And I am absolutely fine with that, you know. Wait, what do you two think of my theory? Two others picking and choosing. Let me go back up to your comment. Are you talking right here? I think it'll be more like New 52, some elements carried over and most restarted. I bet they'll have Amanda Waller be aware of the universe change.
Oh.
I think that's a good theory, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way, like you said, they're picking and choosing some of the characters, that's accurate. So I think that's a good theory, honestly.
And that could make sense why we're getting a Waller series before a Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah, especially if she's aware of the change. So, okay, your honest opinion. Do you? Amanda Waller is a series. I mean, what are your thoughts? You watch the whole Peacemaker, and you're more into DC than I am. You know, what do you think about that?
If written correctly, Amanda can carry her own series. She can be the villain that they want her to be if they have the correct people on board, which I think after seeing Peacemaker, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. They need to make her completely, like High Evolutionary, completely irredeemable. There needs to be, and we kind of have seen that even with her daughter in the Peacemaker series. It's going to be hard. So they're going to have cameos. They're going to have, rely on that team of Task Force X. But I do think she could be like a small villain in the scheme of things. I think eventually they're going to make the Authority the villain, to be perfectly honest with you. Even though I love the Authority as a team, I think it's going to end up being Authority versus Justice League.
Godzillionaire asks, why on earth are they pulling from the New 52? Didn't those comics suck and have horrible sales?
A lot of them, yeah. See, there was some gems, but
that begs the question. Then why would you? It's okay. So this goes back to Marvel. This is a good allegory for Marvel too, because they're doing the same thing. You're taking all these post 2014 characters, Kamala Khan, America Chavez, and bringing them in, and it's like and Riri Williams, they didn't sell books. I'm not even a comic fan. But for how long? I mean,
here's the thing. There are no bad characters. There are bad people who write the books. Every single character can be interesting, have a relatable origin, have a great story to tell, and can be told in the correct way. The problem all comes down to who you hire as writer and editors or screenwriters, depending. And America Chavez made more sense in Multiverse of Madness because she was integral to the plot, whereas Adam Warlock in Guardians 3 was just like doo-doo-doo. Like it was
that
dumb.
Killed me.
Yeah.
Killed me.
And he should have been important. So as long as they write them correctly, I can see how they would work. The problem is a lot of times they write them in a very divisive way, whereas I Love She-Hulk, most people were like, oh my God, what is this atrocity?
I had to give up after 5 episodes of She-Hulk.
Yeah. Hey, you made it through 5.
I made it through 5, and somehow, like I said, I have 83 Batwoman videos, and I couldn't make it through She-Hulk. I couldn't make it through Gotham Knights.
You have 83 you made it through all that shit?
I reviewed 3 seasons of that, did auxiliary videos. Those videos, Tristin, those used to take me 18 hours to produce one review.
Oh, that sounds like torture.
It was, but it got me views.
That's fair. That's fair.
Those were my most viewed videos at that point. Those were my money makers before I was monetized, bringing in views. And I got the official CW account, the official Batwoman account, and the Batwoman Writers Room to block me on Twitter.
Oh my God! Badges of honor.
I have the official toxic white male gauntlet with all my white privilege gems in it now. It's a thing, people. One day I'm just gonna be like, and it's over. Don't test me. Don't test me. I'll use my toxic masculinity. Yeah, he says that's dedication. James Knox and Zombie Boxers 18 hours. Yeah, it was shit. It was shit. But the videos, honestly, like I eviscerated that show, and Caroline Dries and Greg Berlanti, and that's okay. You're talking about writers and who translates the characters onto the screen. The problem is companies like the CW, Berlanti Productions, they don't hire writers, they hire activists.
That's true, because, or not always true, but I mean, that's fair. The thing is so when Batwoman was reintroduced, J.H. Williams III did the art for it and was very close with the writer. You know, they work back and forth. I had him on my channel, and I asked him about the show, and he was like, I can't watch it. Like, I as the person that guided this character, guided this origin, right? Did everything with making her a queer icon. It was all ruined in a CW moment. And if the artist can't even look at the work on the CW, that's really, really sad. It should be something he's proud of. Hey, they took my leads from my comic. They took this. Nope. He couldn't even watch it.
That's terrible.
That's sad. Like, that's something
terrible.
You're proud of.
Right? It's freaking ridiculous. Like, okay, so me going into the show, I didn't know much about Kate Kane. I knew who she was, you know, just knew the character. It's Batwoman. So, you know, I looked at it, and then, you know, the show comes out. So I do my due diligence, read some of the comics, and I was like, okay, you know, all right, whatever. She's a lesbian. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Right.
To me, that's the thing, is like, everybody's like, oh my God, you're homophobic, you're transphobic. I'm like, it's not fear, it's disgust when it comes. Never mind. But no, I joke. I don't care about. That's the thing, is like, I don't care. Lesbian, gay, what? I don't give a shit. Do what you do. Do what you do. As long as everybody is legal age and consenting.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Exactly.
Fuck it. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Don't expect me to participate or validate. You do your thing and I'll do mine. I don't fucking care. But no, so they start the show and it's like, okay, so you have a just tiny little Ruby Rose in there, you know, beating the shit out of NFL linebackers. All right. Okay, you know, all the villains are a joke. All right, okay. And Rachel Skarsten turned out to be the best thing about that show for 3 seasons. Alice, she was fucking amazing. She was the best part of that Batwoman show. She was wonky, but you see Rachel Skarsten just chewed the scenery. And actually, she was in the original Birds of Prey series in 2002 with Dina Meyer, who at like almost 60 years old, I would still marry her.
I saw 2 episodes, and I'll agree. What I saw of Alice was good, and the thing is when her comic came out, she was a superhero that happened to be gay. Her origin was integral to that, all of that. But when the show came out, it was she was gay before she was a superhero, and it sounds silly, but it's kind of how it was, and it was like it's the Harley Quinn effect that we have in the current comics. It wasn't natural writing. It was my girlfriend, my girlfriend, my girlfriend. It's like you don't naturally speak that way. You're like, no. Hey, you don't introduce every single like I have a girlfriend, I have a girlfriend. No, you gotta make it actual dialogue that we can understand and that isn't cringy as all holy hell.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like you said, let it be organic. Let it be organic to the story. If a character's whatever orientation they are, okay. But yeah, don't ham-fistedly, punch the reader in the face with it every panel.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
There's no fucking need for that. There's absolutely zero call for that. Like you said, it's not real. Nobody talks like that. Like one of my, and I've talked about this guy for a great friend of mine. I've known since high school. I used to stick up for him in high school because I knew he was gay. He fucking died a couple years ago, and it's like, this guy, he never once, all the times, oh, my husband. No, he just referred to him as Mark. It wasn't, and it's just, it was never like he was never like, oh, I'm gay. It just,
and the problem is too with activists so like stupid. That you're gonna also push people away. So the hearts and minds you think you want to change are gonna have checked out in the first episode.
Did you? So you watched the first episode of Batwoman? You made it.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, and then I watched the one where she came out, and then I watched the first episode of Javicia Leslie. Gorgeous woman, but
absolutely,
it was unfortunate because it could have been a good show.
Yep, the whole thing with Javicia Leslie, the bat suit literally falls out of the sky right into her lap as she's saving a homeless man after Kate Kane's plane was shot out of the sky. By the chicks from Lesbian Island, as we referred to it, as to Coriana.
Oh my gosh.
As Lesbian Island. I had a whole little song opener for when they went to Coriana. I'd like pitch my voice up. We'd be like, here on Lesbian Island. Yes, welcome to Lesbian Island. Home
oh
of
my God, that's so funny.
Home of the Jesus flower. Remember that flower that could like heal? And then the one chick had the magic dagger. It would only kill you as long as it was like in you or something like that. And then you pulled it out and you were alive again. Yeah, that's how Pepperidge Farm remembers. That's good writing. I
did not watch that much of it. I could not. I don't know how you did it. I honestly don't.
I felt bad for Dougray Scott, the guy. I constantly, it was a running joke with him as I'm like pointing with my letter opener. I had to use it to open my bag of edibles. Pollock, ladies and gentlemen. But Dougray Scott was almost Wolverine, famously, before Huey Jackman got the role. And as history would have it, he did not get the role. So it's funny. It's like his superhero role was getting stuck on Batwoman as her dad, who just looked miserable in every camera shot.
That's
and I would play the clip of like the Wolverine intro from the X-Men cartoon, and I like Dougray Scott would be like in his brain. You'd like see it in his head. It'd be like somebody's talking to him, and all of a sudden you see him in his head just I could have been Wolverine.
That is so. I didn't know he was even was up for that role. That's sad. That would have fallen from grace.
Oh, she takes. You go from the X-Men movies to
CW trash.
CW trash. Oh God, that's good stuff over there. That's good stuff they're doing. But yeah, so The Flash. I want to close on this one. What do you think? How do you think this is going to open as far as box office? Because I wrote it down here. I've got it for the opening weekend, and I said I have no problem being wrong. This is why I stuck to this. I've never been wrong. I've been mistaken once or twice though. But I said 200 million opening, plus or minus 15 million.
Ooh, you have it higher than I would have given it.
And a 50 to 55% first to second weekend drop. And I made this weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Probably over a month ago. That's what I said for opening weekend. So that's what do you think?
I would say 150. Did you see they even at one point they put out the numbers that they had projected and then they took it, kind of dialed it back a little bit?
I didn't see that. I didn't. They walked it back. They walked their
a little bit.
Number back.
Yeah. So I don't. That's why I keep saying, like, it doesn't have to do good. It just has to reset the universe. Like, it's not. I don't think it's gonna do well. I don't. I think it's gonna be like 150. 150 is the number. Like, I think they would be kind of blessed to have.
See, I'm the 200 is worldwide. I'm going with a worldwide.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I think it's going to do terribly.
All right. See, I think what's going to happen is the normies are going to go because of Michael Keaton. All right.
That's fair.
You're going to draw in that crowd because they see Michael Keaton, and not necessarily people like me. I saw that in the theater. I was 9 years old. I saw that movie in the theater. We got to see Indiana Jones and was it Batman in the same year in the theater. I mean, dude, childhood in the 80s was amazing. Ghostbusters 2 came out that year too. I didn't see that in the theater. I waited till that came out on VHS though, and I absolutely love Ghostbusters 2. But anyway, no, I think this will do about 200 million. Like I said, plus or minus 15 million. I gave myself a leeway there. But I see the normie crowd going to see this movie, not because of The Flash, but because of Batman. That's what I think it'll draw in. But I don't think it, because that movie, the budget went up to like what, 300?
Ooh.
Around there. Maybe it was 260 but you got to figure, and they're not reporting all the reshoots, and you know they had to do a monumental amount of reshoots on this movie.
Ooh,
so,
that's going to be hard for that to break even.
So you're talking, if the budget is, say, around, even if it hit 260 to 270 million, you're talking with marketing and distribution, you're talking they need to hit 660 probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen. That's like, not Shazam, Guardians of the Galaxy. That movie is, I think, that one will be slightly profitable. But, like I said, it passed Thor. I said the low bar right now is Thor Love and Thunder, really. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's losing, what, $200 million? And they still have it in theaters. 16 weeks.
Wait, isn't it on Disney Plus?
It is, and they still have it in theaters.
You know what's weird, though? The thing is those numbers also don't include, like, toys and merchandising and stuff like that.
Not at all.
Man, I hope they can get DC off to a good foot, but I don't think so.
It's going to be tough with that because, remember, Aquaman 2 comes out at the end of the year, and no pun intended, but I think that movie's going to shit the bed. I don't think there's enough wine moms to make that movie money again like the first one did. And I say this as somebody who enjoyed the first Aquaman, but I mean, there was a lot of wet theater seats in that. Let's face it, it's Jason Momoa and the ladies love the guy. He's a good-looking man. I can admit that. Women love the dude. So, but he's done as Aquaman. So that movie is worthless. Like, you've got Amber Heard in it who nobody wants to see. Nobody.
No, and it's only going to hurt it, honestly. Yep. I do think there will be a lot of people that are going to be like, I watched the first one, but now I can't. After that very public trial, people are going to be like, nah, I can't do it. No.
Mm-hmm. It's freaking, it's bad. The budget's $330 million, including advertising. Holy
oh my gosh.
shit. So, okay, so let's see. That would be 660 and another two. Wait, they need to make around $900 million. Then, if you use a 2.5 times multiplier, which I believe is what Odin uses, is 2.5 times when he does his financial stuff, you're looking around $900 million.
Oh my goodness! See, you know, that's what I always heard too, was 2 to 2.5 times. So, oh my, yeah, they're screwed.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to start out your tenure, is like losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Like,
just reset the universe and I'll be happy as a DC fan. Come on now.
What about says, I hope Flash profits in a way so I can say get choked to any feminist who cries about future alleged abuse. Damn. But I mean, look at Ezra Miller choked a woman on camera.
Yeah, but that looks staged as fuck. Come on now.
Okay. So say we'll operate under the assumption that was staged. Was the other alleged assault, breaking and entering, larceny, the allegations of being an animal or a dog bathing enthusiast, I believe is how I have to word that for YouTube's stringent standards of monetization and community standards and such and things we can't say. Hail, I gotta say, hang on 1 second. I'll go back to your comment. Hail to Goodstuff Comic Skater. Just Good Stuff. He's just Good Stuff. He's my editor extraordinaire. And we're back. We're monetized, Good Stuff. You're back to work. I'll be sending you some videos very soon. It's good to see it. And we need to produce another skit. If you haven't seen my last Yuri Grabovich video with Good Stuff and his character is Image the Fantabulous. We had my Russian cousin Yuri Grabovich from Communist United News Transmission Service, CUNTS, interviewed gay American man Image the Fantabulous. You can imagine a Russian interviewing a gay American. It was a very fun time.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
You can check that video out in the cunts playlist. That's not cunts as being derogatory towards females. No. That's the Communist United News Transmission Service, which is part of the channel here. Standards and practices. There's a dot. I should have said C and dot, but no, there's a dot between every letter. It's an abbreviation, folks. Acronym, as it were. Jesus. YouTube. You know what's funny was when Mama Susan left, we were talking to the Horsemen and I, which is our Monday night crew, we were talking about it. We said, we're not even going to celebrate her leaving because it's just going to be like when Kathleen Kennedy leaves Disney. It's going to be meet the new boss, worse than the old boss. That's the way it is here at YouTube. It really is.
And I've actually noticed more people getting that demonetized bullshit since she left. So
yep.
And it's always the same excuse. It's always reused content. So
yep.
I swear they just picking on people.
That's their blanket. That's like their blanket reason for demonetizing people. It is. That's truly what it is. My sketchbook says there's an article saying Ezra will stand as the Flash even for the James Gunn rebut.
Okay.
There's friends who videotaped it said they asked him to. Are you talking about the assault? Much love to you, El Presidente. World Class Bullshitters stopping by to say hello. I was in the chat over on Good Morning Pop Culture, which is nice because I feel like I get little bit of traffic after that because Jeff ends and then I kind of start, and we might start the morning show a little bit later because let's face it, I'm not going up against a channel with 185, 108. Congratulations on 185,000 to my brothers out at WCBS, man. You guys rock. I will see you guys in August in Indianapolis for Horror Hound. My sketchbook says Ezra does have mental issues. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, let's face it. You know, and this is the funny thing, is like my sister said to me, yeah, I'll get you to edit some videos. I'll pay you, and then you can use that to become a channel member again. Good stuff. That'll work. There we go. It's just we're just recycling funds. That's how the economy works. That's capitalism, baby. But no, now I've lost my fucking train of thought. But my evil communist sister, I was going to talk about there. So I was correlating it to something, but I can't.
Your evil communist sister?
Oh yeah, I have a commie sister.
Okay.
Straight up. So she's kind of a running joke. Off the topic for wrestling, legend Iron Sheik passed away. Ah, damn it. That hits home, man. Iron Sheik was actually in the very first match that I ever saw. Not live, but like on television. Sheiky Baby and Hogan. And Iron Sheik was a legend. The man was actually a bodyguard at one point for the Ayatollah who defected from Iran, came to the United States. He was an Olympic wrestler, I believe, at one point. I mean, yeah, R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik, man. And yeah, his rants. If you've never seen the Iron Sheik, just search Iron Sheik rants on YouTube, and you will just watch him talk shit about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, fuck you! I break your back and make you humble. I mean, the guy was just fucking great. So R.I.P. Sheiky Baby. Hail Just Joe 47. Bianca says, I want money on my PayPal. So do I. I got, speaking of money on PayPal, if you want a shirt, you can get them from Teespring, or you can get them directly from the man himself. And, you know, if you're a lady out there.
New Wokian order. That's hilarious.
Wakuian.
I always say Wokian when I talk about your channel.
See, that's why people are like, is this guy woke? I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I wake up in the morning. But you can get one of these from me for $10 plus shipping. And ladies, if you're one of my, you know, one of my Pete Daddy Dollars hollerettes out there, and you want me to put my Burberry cologne on it for you, I'll do it for an extra charge. If you're single and need something to wrap around your pillow, you know, you can sleep my Burberry cologne and, you know, fall asleep to the scent. I'm just kidding. I'm not Belle Daphne selling bathwater. I mean, if you want me to, I'll do it. But, you know, you got to pay me extra for it. That shit ain't cheap.
Fucking bathwater. She made a lot of money, though.
Who are these simps that are paying for? Why the? Okay, all right. I know that, you know, it's what? How? Who pays for fucking bathwater? And Master Bader has given away more channel memberships.
Holy shit, Albus.
Wow, thank you. Let's see, we got Clone Geek, Lovely Sherry, Brightest Day and Midnight's Oblivion, and Zombie Box Reviews, Johansson's, Keely Chow, Nano Reaper, I Am Groot. Damn, we got, thank you. Man, we're feeling the love here today. But who the fuck is buying bathwater?
Vito. That's all I remember is watching that Vito video.
Is that a Giants jersey you're wearing? It is. Plaxico Burress from Super Bowl in 07. That little touchdown in the back of the end zone to beat the Patriots and ruin their undefeated season because they're punk-ass bitches in the hell with Tom Brady. I'm an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, so seeing any U of M player getting that, fuck Tom Brady.
Totally, I know sports and everything.
She has no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm a huge Detroit Lions fan, you know, but I'm a New York Yankees fan too. That's my baseball team. Hail Draven, what's up, brother? Draven, you're not working tonight, are you? You're going to be joining us for Holy Shit News because we're watching wrestling tonight on AngelousDraven's channel. We'll be watching AEW Dynamite tonight. Whatever happens to proportional response, that's a declaration of war. Hey, it happens. And then we got more pew-pews in the chat. Shiki was 81. Hey, 81 years is freaking, that's, hey, he made it. Instant regret, man. What's up, my brother? My brother, he's go subscribe to him. Check him out. He's gonna be a guest on our channel very, very soon. Great guy. He's been following me on YouTube since 06.
Oh wow! 06. You've had a channel since 06?
The first channel I had. I started
in
06 when YouTube was the wild, wild west, and there was porn on YouTube back in the day. Yeah, see, Godzillionaire, she pronounced it right, but she was just doing the Yuri accent. She's like, look, it's Etep Wokian. But I mean, that's obviously, she doesn't sound like Yuri, but more feminine version of Yuri. But it's hard to call Russian man feminine unless it's Nonochka who can lift a truck. She's a German, or a German. It's German. Quickly, Tommy, before the Germans get here. And I know you're not going to get that reference. If you understand where that reference is from, let me know in the chat. F's in the chat for quickly, Tommy, before the Germans get here. You know who said that? I gifted myself. Thank you, Masturbator. What did Raymond say? What's a good way to get her money back on her water bill? Let's see here. What do we got? Masturbator says, I'll buy bathwater. Maybe it has some DNA I can make a clone from. Then I have an infinite bathwater selling Beldaphine for myself.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm right. I mean, hey, you look at that, you parlay that into some income. My accents are on point. Thank you. I try. We need porn back on YouTube. It's on Twitter. I get kicked off of Twitter for calling somebody a retard, and then you can show your whole asshole on Twitter, or just like some rando getting pounded because somebody that I stream with likes to share porn, which is why I had to mute him on Twitter, because I don't want to be sitting there at work flipping through my Twitter. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, who the hell posted this? Okay. Yep. I'm looking at you, Black Angus Reviews. That
would be an awkward conversation with a child.
Yeah. That's why I generally, unless somebody I really needs to get a hold of me, I just don't check my phone at work ever. So wokeness. This is something that we've both talked about. And I don't even like to use the word really anymore because it's so oversaturated. You know what I mean? It's just
it's become an internet word that just means anything I don't like at this point.
It's like the equivalent of the other side calling everybody they don't like a Yahtzee.
Yes, absolutely.
It's exactly what it is. And I'm so tired of it, and I'm so tired of the McCulture war, and this is woke. It's like, okay, yeah, that's I hear the left. It's not even leftist. These are Marxists. Say, oh, well, that's a racist dog whistle. That's a racist dog whistle. Well, what is calling everybody a Yahtzee then? That's just not even a dog whistle. That's just an open declaration of I'm offended because I don't agree with you. And it goes both ways. But I want you to go ahead and speak on it. I'll shut up.
No, I think when it comes to the woke thing, it all depends on narrative, right? So using I thought it was hilarious because using Across the Spider-Verse as an example, 2 to 3 weeks ago, you were getting this is doomed. I shared a post from Sean O'Rourke of 2 weeks separate of Yellow Flash. This movie is doomed. They can't stop this. It all depends on the narrative. If something is doing good in the box office, it's because it's not woke, and it's because it's I don't know the buzzwords even. I kind of disengaged with that kind of content. But if something is doing bad, whether it is something like The Little Mermaid, it's because it's woke. Even though we could use that exact same logic when it comes to The Little Mermaid, a race swap, with Peter Parker, or with Spider-Man, a race swap. But there's no actual rules to this type of language. There's no actual definition. And it's something that has become so overdone, it's meaningless.
Yes. Yes, I agree. And Draven, he's echoed, because I've been saying that for a long time. If everything is woke, then nothing is woke.
Absolutely. And everything is woke these days. Like, I will sometimes be a smartass. Like, I did a video about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, calling it woke.
Yep.
It's there are things that have been done for years. Like, talking in comics specifically, because that's my forte. Like, having legacy characters, pass mantles on, that kind of things. Unless it's like Batman, you're gonna see it when it comes to the Flashes or the Green Lantern Corps. But that's it's circular storytelling, unfortunately. That's what we get with comics. But nowadays, everything is so dissected that if you see a different Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz, it's woke. Far Sector, it's woke. These things at some point don't make sense. And that's why I said earlier, there's no bad characters, there's bad writers, because all of these characters, no matter what their ethnicity or their gender are, can be done correctly with the right talent behind them. Like, I just reviewed yesterday a Pride special, right? And there was some very, very good stories with like Midnighter and Apollo and Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. And they would be called woke, right? Because it's in a Pride special. But it doesn't, it was really, really well done. And if you have whether it's woke or not, and you have a good crafted story, I'm here for it either way. Like, I essentially at the end of the day want good storytelling and true entertainment. Woke or not.
I'm okay. And that's the thing. Like, I don't, like I said, you're adults, do whatever, I don't have to financially support. So, and that's the beauty of the free market. You know what I mean? It's like, you're free to make that kind of entertainment, and people who want to support it will support it. And the ones that don't, you just don't have to. But I mean, saying you're going to just boycott something because it has something to do with gays, I mean, come on, that's a little fucking archaic. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not taking a pre-existing character that's a heterosexual and be like, oh, they're gay now. Like that, okay, that's some bullshit right there. You don't need to do that. Make new characters or use the existing ones, that are already gay or lesbian or what have you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, if you're talking like, okay, so for example, the Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman movie, which I'm not saying it's woke because they're making him black. I'm saying it's garbage because you're race swapping Clark fucking Kent.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? You're doing that to be openly antagonistic because we know who Ta-Nehisi Coates is. He is a racist. Ta-Nehisi Coates is a racist. He hates, like I said, the comments he made about the first responders on 9/11, calling them forces of nature who could shatter my body, and basically like looking at them as they're the enemy. I'm like, dude, you have a completely like disgusting worldview. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
That's abhorrent. Like I said, taking what happened on 9/11 out, which now, obviously, looking back, we can't talk about it on YouTube still because I'm monetized and we know what they'll do allegedly in Minecraft if we talk about that kind of stuff. Alex Jones, the frogs are gay, But no, just the first responders, the people that were there on the ground saving lives. Not only did most of them die, they're dying of cancer, the actual heroes dying of cancer, because of all the fallout and the materials and the shit, the materials and particles affected them. They were dying to save people, and Ta-Nehisi Coates has the audacity to cast them in a negative light, like they did anything wrong to him. So that's not who you want writing Superman, who stands for truth, justice, and the American way.
Why? How he's still able to manage to get a job is beyond me.
It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. It truly doesn't. I mean, what? Yeah, who would hire that? Wow. I mean, if he wanted a job, who's going to turn him down though? That's the thing. Because what is he going to do if you turn him down? Especially,
oh, you're racist.
Yep. So there you go. So you have to. You can't turn the guy down. He's got the magic ticket. He's got the golden ticket. He's got the race card, and he'll play it because that's the kind of person he is, because he's not talented. But he's a race hustler. He's the Al Sharpton of comics, basically.
That's a good way to put it.
He is. He's like Al Sharpton or Hakeem Jeffries, if you want to go to like use somebody from Congress. Cory Booker, Spartacus. There's another one right there. Those of you who don't know Cory Booker he's Rosario Dawson's husband, which is kind of funny considering Rosario Dawson, when she got accused of being transphobic, was like, but I'm bisexual. And meanwhile, her husband is like, bitch, you are?
Yeah. Why would that negate what she had to say, though? Like, transphobia and
right?
biphobia is different. What? Okay.
But she didn't, and the thing is, like, she didn't even say anything transphobic in the first place.
Oh, I know. I remember that situation. It was ridiculous.
You remember. She didn't even really say it. The person was trying to get money from her.
Yeah.
They were trying to grift her. It was extortion. Let's see, wait. Black conservative would not get the job because he's a black woke liberal. And what about could speak to that from his, because what about is a black gentleman. So he's, like I said, you more experience on that than me. So I'm the non-melanated hue, as it were. But I do get tan.
I mean, I do agree to a point, but I think there's also there is a strong bias on YouTube, so black conservatives can make some money. Like they're not going to be hurting.
No. And that's the thing is like the Hodge twins, like those guys are uber successful. It's funny when my dad he's like, hey, he goes, you ever heard of the Hodge twins? And I'm like, yeah, I have, Dad. And he's like, I really like them. And the other day we're talking, we took our old cars out last night. If you saw him on the community tab there, he's got a 66 Fairlane. I got the 85 Olds Delta 88 Royale, the big body. We were sitting there last night. He's like, you know who Liberal Hive Mind is? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I watch him. He's like, man, he goes, I like his channel. I'm like, that's so funny. We're watching the same YouTube channels. And I don't know I probably never told you this, Tristin. So my dad never really watched any of my stuff. Wasn't and so he tells me one Saturday night he stumbled across Saturday Night's Main Event, which is my show. He thought it was like an actual wrestling thing or something. So he's like, I put it on. He goes, what do I see? My son and his dumbass friends just talking like a bunch of He goes, talking like a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm like, so what did you do? Did you turn it off? He goes, fuck no. I sat there and watched it for another 2 hours and laughed my ass off. So
that's great though.
He watches the Wednesday and Saturday night streams. Old Etep the Gray watches the streams on Wednesday and Saturday nights. He likes the Florida man stories. He thinks it's funny. So because he goes down to Florida. Him and my mom go down there They just go down maybe once a year to hang out in Key West with some friends for a little while. And yeah, it's funny too. My dad goes down to Key West, ultra conservative, like way, very, very conservative. He's, but he's a Marine Corps vet, ex-undercover police officer, and used to break through doors. So, him going down to Key West, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. I'm just like, you've mellowed with age. I like it, Dad.
That's so funny. That's cool though.
Yep. So he gets to watch the streams and stuff. It makes me smile that the old man is actually watching shit, because he used to come to when I was wrestling. When my shows were local, when we did TV tapings, he'd come and watch. Him and my mom both, and he'd bring some of his friends and stuff like that. So it was pretty fucking dope to get to do that shit. Have my parents watch me and
that's awesome.
Be an asshole on TV and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of fun. But so back to the woke culture. Before I started rambling, I apologize. This is what happens when I get high in the morning. I start rambling. Let's see. I know law enforcement. Trust me, my entire family is law enforcement. My degree's in criminal justice. So yeah, my entire family is like law enforcement. I'm not a conservative though. I'm, like I said, I'm libertarian. I like. It's not that I I'm not a fence sitter. I have very strong opinions, but they may be on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, I consider myself more like, I'm a bit socially liberal and I'm fiscally conservative. That's my conservative, but I mean, I just like, they say, it's like saying you want things to be like, old fashioned USA is, oh, you want segregation. It's like, well, the other side's already trying for that. By all these separate spaces. I was like, aren't you just recreating segregation with extra steps? You're separating us more than you're bringing us together, which is what entertainment is supposed to do, to bring this all home back to entertainment. That's been a problem, Tristin, with entertainment in the last, 10 years, 8 to 10 years we're talking now. We've had this divisive, potato entertainment that has just been, it hurts the fandoms, because we're already divided enough on all these other lines. Why do we have to be divided while we're watching Star Wars and Marvel?
I mean, I get it. I've been watching more Marvel lately, and I don't think there's a whole lot of what would be divisive about it. Besides maybe some quality lack.
See, to me, that was the problem, was the quality. And like, okay, like She-Hulk, we know Jessica she's a misandrist. Like that was a big smack in the face. Like She-Hulk is, I have She-Hulk comics. I know who She-Hulk was. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't really She-Hulk in that show. And I don't want to knock Tatiana Maslany. I just I didn't buy it. I've never seen her in anything else. I know she was in, do you know, what was the show called? Oh, Orphan Black, right?
Orphan Black, yeah.
Orphan Black, which everybody says was good, and they say she's a good actress, so, fine. I just didn't like the show.
I'm exactly the opposite. I loved it. That was my She-Hulk, and I don't know if it's the girl in me but, like, if Tony's allowed to be a dick, we're allowed to have a She-Hulk that's kind of a bitch, too.
And I'm fine with that. Because I'm fine with that, but just, I don't know, just the characters around her were just, they just seemed, every single one of them seemed like a stereotype in one way or the other, and it was, I don't know, I couldn't do it.
That's fair.
I couldn't do it. I fucking hated it.
I would say if you wanted like a true blue comic book show, like that was Miss Marvel, and everybody missed out on that one.
Yep. Hang on one sec.
You are totally fine. So now I own the show.
Talk about Miss Marvel for a second, because I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Miss Marvel was really good. It was your typical origin of a superhero. They improved upon what needed to be improved upon when it came to the origin with her, like, stretchy hand powers and stuff like that. But it was a young superhero introduction with basically a lot of like, it had Henry from The Walking Dead. And he was her best friend. There was kind of like this, like, will they, won't they structure going on. And I kind of got to a phase where I was like, I don't want young superheroes anymore, right? I'm old. But this one actually did a good job of doing an introduction and telling a story that was truly interesting. She's going to be the best part, I'm telling you, of the Marvels movie.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Wait, first known infection, hail. We need mullet emojis in honor of Tristin. Well,
mullets are evil.
I can make a mullet emoji for the channel members, but we got to have Tristin on more often so we can take advantage of him. Hint, hint.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do
that. You like how I worked that in there? Yeah, Robert Willing, this is an excellent point. This is why I want to point this out. Lack of quality, crappy writing gets labeled as woke when it just should be labeled as lack of quality, crappy writing, nothing more. People should stop adding labels to just slap on it. Boom.
Yep.
Fucking boom right there. That's how I was with Captain Marvel, with Brie Larson. I was like, that movie was shit. Brie Larson, I didn't even need to. I could take her out of the equation, and I picked that movie apart. And I did that as part of a series I did it back in 2020. Back in 2020. Did I say 2020? What a fucking idiot. But no, in 2020, I did a series called Is It Woke? It was a 6-part series, and Captain Marvel was one of them. And I determined the movie was not woke. And this is coming from me. It wasn't woke. It was just bad. And not because of her performance. I could take that away. And just Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden were inexperienced. The script wasn't bad, wasn't good. Everything was just muddled, and it was shit. And if they wanted to do a Captain Marvel character, why didn't they do Captain Marvel with the black gimmick and the red sash? Because she was actually cool. I read a lot of that run after the fact, and I was like, why didn't they do this? This was good. She was a good character.
I mean, you're braver than me when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet because I haven't heard a whole lot of good about it. But in the comics, when Kelly Thompson was writing it, some of the older stuff, I did enjoy Captain Marvel. Again, going back to that idea, she's not a bad character. She had a stretch of bad writers, and finally it felt like they got, the footing with Kelly Thompson. Then they rip it out from underneath her because it's Marvel.
Why the hell did they? You have something good, and then it's like, fuck it. We'll just go the other direction with it.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Figure Drawing says Etep hated She-Hulk, but at least he isn't one of those people who acted like their world is over because of the show. No, that's why I just stopped reviewing it. It was like Gotham Knights. Like Gotham Knights is like, all right, this is going to be new Batwoman. I'm going to enjoy, and I'm like 4 episodes into Gotham Knights, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. Nope. I don't need to watch Daddy Issues, the TV show. I don't. And I did. I was a prick to every fucking character on that show. It ain't nothing personal to the actors. It's not. But I completely went complete fucking asshole and just eviscerated that shit. I did. Just like I did with Batwoman. Nothing personal. Just fuck that show. But no, She-Hulk did not end my existence. How did Stream Elements get a membership? Wait, what? We got Stream Elements as a channel member now. Let's see. Wait. And yeah.
That's totally Albus. That's totally Albus.
I see that. Hang on. I'm looking here at the total. 69 channel members. Albus.
Holy shit. Albus. The freaking goat of the day
this morning. And yeah, that's absolutely fucking awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, really. That's pretty dope. But yeah, so see, this is the thing. I'll make a mullet emoji, and we'll replace one of the exist. Actually, with this many channel members, I think I can add extra ones. Or maybe it's when we break 70. I don't know. But I'll just look and see, because we'll get a mullet emoji, and Tristin already has her own intro over here. So I'm just saying.
I gotta get that cap cut thing out of there. That's ridiculous. I can't believe I did that.
I've got the clip now, so I'll just edit the end of it off and put a fade on it. So
there we go. Like I was not sure what you needed yesterday. I'm like, this'll work, and then I just put it through my phone, and I use CapCut all the time. It's a good little editor for a phone, and I'm like, oh shit, so professional.
It's all right. Like I said, the video I sent you, I didn't like the way my chroma key came through my green screen. I wasn't happy with it at all, because what I've been doing when I do videos like that, instead of like doing the little box feature, I think I did one, because I haven't done many videos lately, but trust me, we're back monetized now. We can start production again. We're school's over with for the summer, so my dog's up there barking because my sprinkler guys are here fixing my sprinkler system, and Friday morning during the morning show, they'll be here cleaning the ductwork, and then I'm having my contractors come in to measure for footings for a garage and a new driveway. And I got a lot going on right now. It's busy, but we're gonna be putting out much more content. And holy shit, news is tonight, which you're always free to make an appearance. I don't know if you stream on Wednesday nights, but open invite if you're ever available and you want to come on and talk Florida Man with us on a Wednesday night. You are more than welcome.
Awesome.
But I think we should probably wrap here. I'm sure Tristin has other stuff to do, and this has been this has been fun. This has been great. Thank you for coming on.
No problem. It was so fun. I love it. I appreciate you.
Oh, and thank you for having me on your stream before, and allowing me to be a contributor over on the Geeky Gazette, which Tristin's link and the link to the Geeky Gazette are in the channel. The description to the video right now. And we'll just post her link. Her link will be in our videos, live streams descriptions permanently. As one of our good friends will add. I think we'll add you. We'll make sure I add you to the channel tab to both channels over there. Yeah, thank you for everything. Like I said, it's not very often channels with 70 plus thousand subscribers. As I joke around about our place in the hierarchy here. You got the higher you get up is like a Star Wars reference would be like Coruscant. They always said the more influential the people were in Coruscant, the higher up their offices were, the higher up they lived in the buildings. I said, well, we're down in the basement with Obi-Wan and the guy in the bar selling death sticks. That's where we live. We're fine down there. We love it. But no, thank you. Thank you for coming on. This has been fun. And I see, we have more gift memberships in the chat here, apparently. So make sure those all get claimed. I think they default to previous channel members.
Yeah, they do usually.
Yeah, which is
allow gifting, dope. People.
Yeah, make sure you allow gifting. Good God, I know. I got one the other day from, I think it was Culture Casino, and I'm like, I was like, I got gifted one over there, and because I don't think I joined, but I stream with Culture sometimes. It's been a while, but I'm trying to. I'm joking around. I've been joking around with Jeff. Hey, bring me back on the High Council, because the one time I made a High Council appearance, you want to know who I got into an argument with, Tristin?
Oh, it's gonna be somebody really dumb like Ryan Canal.
No, it was EVS.
Oh God, even worse. Okay, well, just as bad.
So I made a joke about John Cena being 5'8". I said, he's a fucking midget. He's like 5'8". And he got all pissed off. I shook his hand. He's like 6'3". I'm like, I know I'm 6'3". I was just fucking kidding, dude. Like, I was joking.
Chill the fuck out.
I was joking. Right? And then all his little, I was like, I was a wrestler for 10 years, man. I was like, it's a fucking joke, It's like, it's a rib if you're in the business. And I was chat, his little minions in the chat were like, not anybody that was there because of Jeff, obviously, but because that chat knows me. So it's kind of nice, because that's how I kind of came into this, was through the chat. And, they're all like, oh, you were just a fucking backyarder, blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, I never did backyard wrestling. No offense, Draven. I love you, bro, but you were a yarder, and it's okay. Like I said, I worked with a lot of yarders.
Ain't no shame in it.
Nope. I worked with a lot of yarders who got trained properly and became wonderful fucking workers. A bunch of them I know are on TV right now. So, yeah. They ain't no shame in it. Everybody has different beginnings to where they are, and it doesn't matter what's happened along the way, as long as you get where you are and you're, at least not a piece of shit as a human being.
That's cool. Right.
But I do. That stream got taken down. That was my fucking dog won't shut up while the. I apologize. But no. So that I got into it with him over that, and then after he left, it was funny because Cecil was on there with me. And this is fucking like 2 years ago, and I just, it's funny to talk, because the stream got taken down because EVS wanted Jeff to play a clip, and Jeff's like, it's not copywritten, is it? And EVS is like, no, and of course it's fucking copywritten.
Of course.
So the stream got taken down for it. So I was like, fuck, like, are you serious? But no, I've been over there on WCBS. God, Jeff had me on when I had like maybe 30 subscribers. But to me, and like I said, I'm always, and I say this not, and you guys know this, I ain't kissing up to them or anything, because I don't need to, because we're friends. I say that because Jeff started the motherfucking Fandom Menace, and he's even kind of stepped back from that because of what it became,
right,
and everything that happened. And it's like, but he's never changed as a person. It never changed him. There's people that have used him, abused him, turned their back on him, treated him like shit, and all this man did was put everybody over. the Geeks and Gamers crew. Put them guys over. Nobody knew who the fuck Gary was. Sorry, nobody knew who Nerdrotic was. Jeff fucking put him on the forefront. You know what I mean? He's helped so many people out. And to see him get shit on, really, like, as somebody who's a friend with him and knows how good of a person he is, you have people like, that's somebody I have his back unquestionably. You know, everybody wanted to shit on him after he came out with Stealing Solo because of the back cover mistake, which he rectified and provided every single person with a new book. And there was a lot of shitty little comic channels that fucking tried to grift on that off him and say, oh, fuck him, he fucked up, blah, 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 blah. Well, he was a mistake, he acknowledged it, and he fixed it.
That's all you gotta do. Keep your customer happy, and learn. And
he updated everybody along the way. So that's why things like that are why I always had, and him giving me shout outs for, you know, on during his streams, you know, it was a, just because he's a cool guy and he, you know, encourages people to come over here and help us get to one of our goals, which I'm working at right now. Let's see. We are at, I think we're like a couple subs shy of 15. We're 3 subs shy of 1,500. So I need 3 damn subscribers. We can hit. Let me put it this way: if YouTube wouldn't, you know, give me the high hard one the way they do, we'd probably be over 2,000.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I used the video that I sent you that you uploaded on the Geeky Gazette channel as a kind of a litmus test for that. That video has 100. That channel has about the same amount of subscribers as mine does right now. And it's over 100 views over there. If I upload a video like that, it might get 30 views here.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Tell me my channel's being held back without telling me my channel's being held back.
That's an easy way to tell.
And I don't mean to be that guy, but when I have channels and friends with, you know, telling me that, like, why don't you have more subscribers? Why don't your videos get more views? I'm like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. You know, I have no idea. We are at 1,500. There it is. It just crossed over.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Remonetization and 1,500 all in one stream.
Instant Regret just subbed to you, Nerdette.
Thank you, Instant Regret.
And yeah, Instant Regret Chris is, like I said, good dude. Known him, Jesus, since about 06. Good dude. We got to have him on as a guest here soon. Just like Nerdette. She'll be back soon. Hint, hint. See that?
Hell yeah.
I'm not subtle with it. I'm not subtle at all. But no, thank you for coming on, and I will. We'll give everybody in the chat the thank you. Albus, wow, man, you really went above and beyond this morning with all the gift memberships. Thank you so much. All the new subscribers, thank you. Trust me, I am getting to where I'm going to be back into video production now. A lot of videos we're going to be working with and putting out. So, yeah, you're going to see much more Yuri. Like I said, Jimmy Joe Bobby Earnhardt he'll be sitting down for a discussion with Yuri soon. Nerdette, what's coming up over on your channel?
I'm super interesting here. Now I'm just working. A lot of times, I do comics on Tuesday. I do gaming during the week and cover news that's coming up. Our live stream, our community live stream for the Geeky Gazette is always on Sunday at 6 p.m. And I think we're going to, I'm going to work on some stuff on that channel that should be like what you should be reading, recommending different comic books and fun stuff like that. Like kind of trying to highlight the good and also while being fair and criticism and stuff like that. But I want to highlight the good. I think that's fun over there. That's what makes it fun. But on my main channel, basically, I just I scream in a microphone and I play video games and I talk about comics. Super fun stuff. Nothing over the top, divisive, but apparently I'm controversial and I don't mind it. Tristin is horrible. No! I'm terrible at video games, but I still love playing them.
I don't comment on many of your video game streams, but I have them on in the background sometimes while I'm editing. If you're streaming like while I'm editing, I'll have them on. And because I'm not much of a gamer. Like what platform do you play on? Do you have a Switch?
No. What am I, 12?
Playing?
No, I'm just kidding. Steam, usually. I'm just kidding.
Well, I was going to invite you on to play Mario Kart with us. That's why, because we play Mario Kart on most Saturday nights.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played Mario Kart in years.
Oh, yeah. We usually have, it's funny because, like, my wife gets on. Tony's wife jumps on with us. We have Vinnie, Draven, Runner, and Chris Fisk and Adam will just be in the back talking shit because they don't play with us. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then we'll have, like I said, we got a couple randos last time. We had some other YouTubers that one of them, Draven, knew jumped in. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hadn't played Mario Kart since N64, which I still play my N64. But I got my Santa Claus got my son a Switch for Christmas, so I'm just getting ready to download the Friday the 13th game on there too.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I'm getting a capture card and I'm gonna do some game streaming, so it'll be like some Friday the 13th and shit like that. So yeah, it's just some fun stuff.
That's so cool.
So subscribe to Tristin if you're not already. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? Like I said, 72K subs plus, like you're not already subscribed. And yeah, you're welcome to join us Friday if you want. If you're not doing anything, Thursday's morning stream we're gonna have to start earlier because of the time my kid gets out of school. Because it's that last day of school tomorrow, half day. So we'll have to start a little bit earlier than today. But Friday we can start like about 10:30 if you want to jump on. We're free to. If not, don't worry about it. But thank you everybody in this chat. You guys fucking rock. Keymon Bell just jumped in. Keymon is a Stranger Things super fan, and I need to make some more content for my Stranger Things fans out there. I was doing videos of that a couple weeks or months ago, and they were doing all right. So thank you everybody. I'm gonna shut the hell up, or I'll just keep rambling. Because I got to do member streams, channel members. I don't know that we're going to do 2 member streams this week. You know what though, because we'll go back to an hour and 15 minutes for Holy Shit News, drop that back from 2 hours to about an hour maybe. And then we'll do a half-hour member stream after that. And just start there. We'll ease back into the member streams because we will. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. You guys fucking rock. That's all I got to say. YouTube tried to fucking hold us back, but I see, we had a little bit of research, got the monetization back quick.
Hell yeah.
So that's it. Thank you, Tristin, again, for being here. Thank you, channel members, all like 69 of you, which is dope. I'll have a channel member video up soon. Thank you so much. I'm Etep Queen from The Place to Be Reviews. We've been here with all of you. If we don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all.
This doesn't bode well.
You're lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
I will see you guys all tonight back here at 8:35 Eastern for Holy Shit News. Join us for some great Florida man stories. Thank you, everybody.